This tutorial is going to show us some multiplication tips that we can use when our factors are multiples of the number 10. In multiplication, the numbers that we multiply together to get an answer are called our factors. The answer in multiplication is called the product. And this tutorial is going to show us about multiplying numbers when the factors are multiples of 10. Let's start with the example 700 times 5. The first thing that we're going to do is underline the non-zero numbers in our factors. So I underline the 7 and the 5. Next, I'm going to multiply the 7 and the 5 together. 7 times 5 equals 35. After that, I'm going to count up all of the zeros in my factors. I count 1, 0, 2 zeros. So that means I need to also have 2 zeros in my answer, in my product. So my product is 3,500. Here's another example. Let's multiply the number 200 times 50. We're going to begin by underlining the non-zero digits in our factors. Then we're going to multiply them. So 5 times 2 equals 10. Our next step is to count up all of the zeros in our factors. I have 1, 2, 3 additional zeros that need to be included in my answer. So I'm going to add them on. So 200 times 50 equals 10,000. Notice how I didn't get tripped up by the fact that there was a 0 when I multiplied 5 times 2. Because I used this method, I was able to have the correct number of zeros in my product. Now we're going to practice with even more zeros in our factors. So let's multiply 800 times 40. We'll begin by underlining the non-zero factors, which are 8 and 4. 8 times 4 equals 32. And next, I'm going to underline or mark off all of the zeros in my factors so that I can count them up. I'm counting up the number of zeros in the factors so that I know how many additional zeros need to be in my answer, my product. So I see that there are 3, and I'm adding 3 zeros to my answer. And we all know the answer in multiplication is called the product. So 800 times 40 equals 32,000. If you get stuck, remember this rhyme. 0 is the hero, he just won't stop. All you do is count him at the top. You add those zeros to the basic fact, and you will get the answer just like that. Thank you for tuning in to this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful.